Okay, read it to me one more time, Johnny. Okay, you're sitting down? Good. We'll do this one more time. The Preds trade Tanner Jeannot to the Tampa Bay Lightning for former first-round pick, 14th overall in the 2017 NHL Draft, Cal Foote, and a top 10 protected first-round pick in 2025, and a second-round pick in 2024, and a third-round pick in 2023, and a fourth-round pick in 2023, and a fifth-round pick in 2023. Whee! Hey Preds Nation, Johnny here, and in case you missed it, I shot my Preds fan reaction earlier this afternoon to news that Barry Trotz, the first head coach in Preds franchise history, will now become the second general manager in Preds franchise history after already having a consulting role that it came out today when he takes over for David Poile, who will take on a consulting role with the team as he eases into the retirement come the end of June, early July. And who would know and behold that also with my mention of the Nino Niederreiter trade that happened on Saturday with a second round pick coming back from Winnipeg in 2024 in return, that it would set off what would happen today, because I thought coming into the night that I was just going to be able to shoot my Preds fan reaction video to the game against Arizona, win or lose, call it a night, and move on to Tuesday's game at home to Pittsburgh. And that maybe if a trade came up before then, it would just be that one and done. But nope, this is a busy Sunday for me. But let's look back at proceeding into tonight. Leading up to this week, David Poile had already admitted that he wasn't going to be a buyer this NHL trade deadline. That pleased many of us in Preds Nation, that this team was maybe willing to admit where they were in the standings and that they probably weren't going to make the playoffs this year. They weren't willing to admit that they are going to be a seller, but saying that you weren't going to be a buyer was the first step. And then leading closer to tonight, rumors had circled that there was interest for Tanner Jeannot from this team. First, I had heard about the Rangers. Then, for some reason, I had heard about the Sharks. Late this week, I had also heard about the Dallas Stars. Well, late breaking, right before puck drop, the Preds ready to have their full 18-man roster plus 2 goalies heading into the game against Arizona. But at the last second, Tanner Jeannot was scratched from the lineup, forcing the Preds to play with 10 forwards and 7 defensemen. Fortunately, somehow they still got the victory out of it. And Tanner Jeannot was kept out for trade-related purposes, where you don't want the guy to get injured and hurt a trade going through. And I was hoping with news of that the Preds were not going to treat Tanner Jeannot like Arizona has been treating Chychrun for like well over a week, where that guy hasn't dressed. But fortunately, not long after the game, the news finally came down from Elliot Friedman on Twitter, and jaws are still being picked up off the floor from across the league, even beyond the fan base, because the Preds only had to send Tanner Jeannot to Tampa, and in exchange, they got former first-round pick from 2017 of Tampa's Cal Foote, son of former Avs defenseman, Stanley Cup winner Adam Foote. Cal Foote was drafted 14th overall in the 2017 NHL draft. The Preds also got Tampa's 2025 first-round pick, which is top 10 protected because, Preds Nation, as you see, Tampa doesn't have a 2023 first-round pick. They don't have a 2024 first-round pick. So I assume because 2025 is first-round protected, because Tampa can't see into the future that they will necessarily be guaranteed to be a playoff team, that they want something to fall back on. Now, I assume that if Tampa does fall into the bottom 10 of the league and keeps that top 10 first-round pick, that the Preds by default will get their 2026 first-round pick as compensation, because that would only be fair. But that's not all, because obviously you need some draft capital for now. So the Preds also get Tampa's second-round pick in 2024. But what about this season? The Preds are hosting the draft after all for the first time in 20 seasons at Bridgestone Arena. Well, the Preds get Tampa's third round pick in 2023, Tampa's fourth round pick in 2023, and Tampa's fifth round pick in 2023. And jaws are still being picked up off the ground from across the NHL, from insiders to fans to front offices across the league. So to recap, with the Preds hosting the draft this year, and I don't think they're done, because you still got to think that Ekholm is going to be able to get an offer from teams interested, and he's worth more than what Tanner Jeannot is, even though other GMs are going to be like, I'm not going to get fleeced like John Cooper and Brisebois did in Tampa. But right now, the Preds draft haul for a draft that they host is they only have their first round pick and their second round pick this year, but they have 3 third round picks. They have their own, they have San Jose's and Tampa's. In round 4, they have their 4th round pick, Tampa's 4th round pick, and Toronto's 4th round pick. And in round 5, they have their 5th round pick and Tampa's 5th round pick. So I don't know what this means. You know what this could also mean is they could either move up and get another second round pick, or maybe a first round pick, depending on what they sprinkled in with later picks to other teams, or they could use third round picks as assets to incentivize teams to take some of those anchors off the roster, like Ryan Johansson. Anyway, that is my reaction to it. It is an amazing trade considering the promise of the future. Now you just have to use those picks correctly when it's your turn on the draft floor to pick a future Nashville Predator. Okay, so that being said, that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, click a like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really like it. You can find my social media by clicking on the channel name. Tell all your friends about Redemption and the fact that the Preds front office probably isn't done. I have to catch my breath here before shooting the Preds fan reaction video to another victory tonight. I will talk to you again later.